Welcome back to Final Fantasy V. Last time we were in the town of Torwin. Then we went through the North Mountain. Then we came here to Walse. Got my first game overs to get some optional things. Tried to go through some optional dungeons here in this Walse castle, and that was a bad idea. Why the fuck do y'all have dungeons with monsters crawling in them in this castle of yours, Walse? But a second meteorite struck. You know, thankfully, in the world of Final Fantasy V, meteors don't mean just obliteration to the whole world. Yeah, one just landed right beside Walse's tower they have, which is just a little northwest. So let's boogie on over. No, I should go to an inn real quick. Inns have been real cheap so far in this game. The one here, I think it's just 20 gil. Remember in Final Fantasy II where the amount of gil it cost to stay in an inn was how much? What was it exactly? Like how much damage you had to you? It's like the more damage you had, the more you needed to heal, the more an end stay would cost. That's kind of a weird way of doing it. I guess a lot of people would say there's a lot weird about Final Fantasy II. I'll give you that one for sure. It isn't. There's a few things I will definitely give you about Final Fantasy II. I do think the game is overhated. But yeah, that's weird. What's also weird is these dudes are fucked up. Garula suddenly went berserk and stormed into the tower. We didn't stand a chance. Oh, remember Garula? Remember what I said? Remember what I said about it in the last episode? The king went after it. Some soldier I've never seen before went in too. Garula took us by surprise. It's never tried to attack anyone before. He would do such a fucking thing to the Garula to make it do this. Of course I had encounters off the whole time. Of course I did. We'll try again. Ooh, I fought an enemy on the first floor before. Yep. I have visited this place once before. Y'all just need to get in the back row. $120. $39. $40. I mean, yeah. I think it's just time. I think it's just fucking time. Back row you go. Permanently and forever. As your current jobs. I think that healed a little bit more than usual. Some retaliation. Poison doesn't seem to stick around in this game. Or maybe it does. You know, I remember it being gone after one battle for some reason, but I remember my whole party having poison after a battle, and I had to heal them all. So I think it does stick around. But yeah, it does. I don't think it's ever not stuck around. Poison. There's other status effects that have always typically gone away after a battle. And not poison. King Walse. Grula's upstairs. Please, save the crystal. I want to fuck with my jobs. I don't even want to use a tent. I've barely done anything. I won't. My Cheapy the Cheapskate conservatism is gonna win out this time. Even though I think this might be a turning point battle for the game. Oh, don't forget. Don't forget. Let's do that. And watch the boss not be... Ooh, a chest. I almost did not recognize these chests. Damn it. Bartz levels up and he learns, or he masters, two-handed. I always want to say learn. I mean, I feel like he does kind of learn it. I feel like he didn't have that until now, period. But he's mastered it. He can take that with any other job. Main's kiss. Ooh. Huh. The other chest seems to be tricky to get to. Looks like I need to drop down on that one and then drop down again to get out of there. Yep, see, of course there's another room before any boss battle. Any way I can drop down? Any secret passage? Yep. Kind of wasted that fire. Yep. Of course, they give me a safe spot with more ground and track before the boss battle. This game is, I'm noticing this game is loving doing that. I mean, if they gave me a second one right before the boss battle, that'd be nice, that'd be cool. That was enough to kill one. Bartz, Lena, and Gallop all level up. Bartz gets an even 50 HP and 5 MP. Lena gets $35 HP and 8 MP. And Gallop gets 54 HP and 4 MP. Got a couple of potions too. Even though I have hidden passages, the ability for Gallop to turn on, and so I should be able to see any hidden passages, and then I'm still running against walls. Just old habits die hard. Damn, everybody got fucked up. See, if it would have given me the save point right now, I would have used it. Maybe it'll still give me another one. Holy shit, I hope so. Might just have to backtrack and go to it. Go to the save point. We're turning encounters off. What in the fuck? Damn. Well, that should take care of you. Ferris levels up. Gets 35 HP and 9 MP. What in the fuck have I ended? I've ended up on this thing I can't get off of. What the fuck? What was the point of that? Yeah, that's like the big wide open eyes. That's like Final Fantasy V's trademark, basically. I feel as if it might as well be. It's new to Final Fantasy V. They definitely like to use it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, I like cover. I feel like I haven't really noticed him doing them. I feel like I haven't really noticed him doing it much. Attack is at 44 now. Oh, let me equip an Iron Shield. What'd that do for your abilities? It's still... Yeah, it did double his attack. I mean, just by looking at the numbers, it almost looks as if it only drops his defense down by 2. Like, I think it's worth it. What you working on next, Sparts? What's your next ability to learn? Equip shield. Yeah, that's good stuff to go ahead and get for future jobs if needed. Equip shield, equip armor, equip sword. I guess. I don't know. And I just don't know what I don't know. Because I feel as if I might just be keeping Bart to the jobs that have him be Knight-esque. Like there's a samurai. There's a berserker. It might be good to have that. What are the abilities to get from Thief? Secret, flee, dash, steal, caution, mug, footwork. I feel like it's just nothing crazy good there. Dragoon's another one in the game. I might want to have a Dragoon wielding a shield. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Well, let's give it to you. Even though you are in the back row. You know what? You're in the back row. Let's give it to you. And of course, the game does not want to give me a save point before this battle. What are we doing? Final Fantasy V? I'm gonna just go for it. I forgot to put on focus. Fucking damn it! I've done it again. I forgot to put on focus. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I don't think I've done it once yet before any boss fight. Because I'm such a fucking idiot. I can't be trusted to do anything. They're controlling you, aren't they? Well, I won't let you destroy the crystal. Womp womp. Uh-oh, here he comes. How about you? Oh my god, he's just attacking me constantly. Thank god he's not attacking Lena right now. He's just attack after attack. What is a boy to do? But we got through it. We got through it without him knocking any of us out. Galif's job levels up. He's mastered chakra. The crystal. Yeah, I think that last battle really worked out with me having Bart's do double damage. We were too late. Lord Galif. Me? You know who I am? Lord Galif. I couldn't protect it. Forgive me. Hey, stay with me, man. Please tell me who I am. Protect Fire Crystal. Ugh. The crystal fragments are glowing. Are they going to give us their power too? Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit, time mage. A warrior doesn't really. A warrior spirit doesn't really sound like a time mage. It just says the same thing for each one. Mystic knight, when a knight that can use magic. Summoner. Game. Red Mage. Berserker. Hold up. What's going on? The tower, it's sinking. I want that last crystal. Ah! Sildra! Sildra, you're alive! Well, this is nice. Sildra. Sildra, You used the last of your strength to save us. What are you saying? Soldier, you can't die. I won't let you. Soldier, thank you. Soldier. Yeah, we never went here. We never went to see what is up with this meteor. I think that, yeah, that last crystal that I couldn't get, I think that's in the bottom of the ocean now, and I think all of that was unavoidable. But I can later get it back. What the freak? Parts? Dehedrus! Warp! Is this what I was supposed to do next? I didn't know if it was or wasn't. We won't know until we try. This place feels so familiar, and the soldier in that tower knew me. Who am I? I'm gonna be sick. It warped us from one meteor to another? Is there a point to be doing this? I'm guessing I couldn't get over here while on the dragon. Karnak meteorite. This is like a completely... Is this the third meteorite? There's Tycoon meteorite. There's only the second one of the Walse meteorite. The Walse meteorite took me to this meteorite. I guess we didn't know about this meteorite strike. And so this is a third meteorite that's stricken the world. I really need to 10 up. Or just use Linus Cure. Because we gotta be close to a town. And of course I had encounters off. Word. I did get new jobs. Shit. I think with Walse I should go ahead and switch his job. Like, do I really need to equip sword, shield, and armor? Huh. Nothing here really screams as something I would love to get for Bart's. Maybe a red mage, depending on the abilities. But Time Mage definitely for. I think Lena. I don't think it'd be bad to give Ferris Time Mage, so she has some support spells of her own. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll do. In FF4, you had Rydia as a summoner black mage, but really the rest of the series, summoners are typically also white mages. Mia. But FF4 was the first game to have like a specific summon character. Like summoners were a job in FF3, that's where they originate. But a summoner in FF3 could only summon. In FF4, that's the first time an actual character is a summoner. And Rydia is a summoner that uses black magic. But I don't know if there's ever been another character summoner in the series that also used black magic. Maybe that's something they should bring up again. Because I think of FF9, where you had the summoners in that game, they could also use white magic. And be efficient at white magic, and same thing with FF10. The summoner in that game, efficient with white magic. That's really all I got. A lot of the other games it's very... A lot of the other games, it's very... Well, I said what I'm trying to say is a lot of the other games are very customizable with the characters, and even FF10 is very customizable with your characters. It just kind of takes a while for you to be able to have that freedom and for the game to open up, for you to be able to really have customization with your characters and what all abilities they have. But no, I think that's what I want to do. I want to make Ferris the Time Mage, and I guess Lena the Summoner. There's also Mystic Knight. Shit, I forgot about that. I just need to look at what abilities come with. That's really the $1 million question. I mean, right now, though, I think I should just keep Galif, Lena, and Ferris as their current jobs until they master them. Yeah, I think that's definitely what I want to do. Because Galif still has counter HP 10%, 20%, 30% to all get. That all will be very useful to have in my back pocket. You know, I've thought about this with FF5 before. Like, I wish characters could bring 2 abilities with them into battle, but it would make the game easier. That's all it would do. But FF5 is a pretty tough game, so it's not like it'd be a bad thing. We'll see. As we go through this Pixel Remaster, we'll see how difficult this version is or not. But I think it's tracking to get more difficult. That last battle brought me to my knees. I mean, he could have. I got lucky, really. Like, he could have killed Lena, and he just wasn't attacking her when she had just a little HP left. And then he got Bart's quickly down to having just a little bit of HP. It's a good thing I had the two-handed ability with Bart. I think that really helped in that battle. I think early on here, it's definitely like the two-handed ability is the way to go because the shield's only increasing my defense by like 2. Where my attack is getting doubled. When your total defense is 12 and it gets raised by 2, that's a big percentage increase, but at the end of the day, how high can your defense go in this game? Like, when I get to the end of the game and I'm about to fight the final boss, how high can my HP go? Because if I can get it up to like as high as, I'm just using a random number here, like 80, you know, when you look back at a 12 to 14 increase, that's not as big of an increase as you may think. Like, I think we're already at, we're early in the game. Like, don't be. I think in the past, in this marathon even, like, I've let that fool me more. Like, a character has 4 HP, and I give them something, and it increases their HP by 2, and I'm like, oh, well, that times their defense by I mean, that basically 4 to 6. That's a 50% increase. Right in the middle. Give it back to them. 50% increase. That's a big increase. Like a 4 to 6, 50% increase. That's big, but I think that fools me. It's really not as big as I might think. I mean, but yeah, like when your mages who have low HP, if you increase their defense 4 to 6, that might be a bigger increase than you think. Especially with them. But by the end of the game, if your mages can have HP that's as high as 40 points, increasing it 4 to 6, attacks that did 10 damage might only do 8 damage now, or 7 damage, and is it really that big of a deal? Yeah, anyway, Galuf, I want to keep Galuf as a monk until he masters that job. And, same thing with Lena and Ferris, want to stay with their white and black mage selves. Almost said white and black selves. That would have been funny. White mage and black mage selves. Until they master those. Make sure they know and learn and can use the white and black spells with any other job. And also get those MP increases. Yeah, I think when I first played this game, I did too much like switching back and forth between jobs. I think that might have helped bite me in the ass. But bards, I don't know. My thought process here is, like, I feel like the jobs I want to keep Bart's with are going to be jobs where he's using swords. Like, I don't know if, like, having equipped sword, shield, armor is necessary. Like, I don't know if I necessarily need to have those abilities for every other job I'm going to switch him to. Because a lot of his jobs, he'll probably be able to use a sword and a shield. And an armor. I can see right now this Mystic Knight that he can't use the second type of sword. Alright, so that's kind of where I'm stuck between a Mystic Knight and a Blue Mage. Let me see their abilities. Let me look through my little guide. Mystic Knight. Some of these names are different in the PS1 from the late 90s version of this game. Like I noticed that instead of a Dragoon, they called the job Lancer. So I don't know if Mystic Knight's going to be in here as a Mystic Knight. It might be the sorcerer. Edge of wall. What ability did you have? Spell blade. Maybe it's not source. That's swords 1 through. Yeah, it must be sorcerer. Okay, so in the PS1 version of this game, Mystic Knight was called sorcerer. It's gotta be. What the fuck does magic sword do? Enchant weapons with level 6 magic or lower. Is that worth the? Is that worth the fuck? Enchant weapons. Make them stronger? I mean, that could be useful. What he gets for getting this job to level 1 is Magiwall. It puts a barrier over oneself when knocked out. If you're knocked out, what good is a barrier over you? I'm not really sure what that entails right now. Red Mage. Only 4 level ups for that. Oh, the specific red magic in this game. I don't even remember seeing that. What? I don't know what that means. Cast red magic up to level 1, 2, 3. Cast magic twice consecutively, which, I mean, that could be useful actually. But I think just for the cast magic twice consecutively, I think that could be useful for my actual mages, my black mage in particular. Maybe my white mage too. Maybe like shit. Maybe I should make them both red mages at some point. It's only 4 levels. I don't know how long that would take. See, there's no different thing. Is this all? Oh, is this all it does? Is add elements to my weapons? Enchants blade to deal fire damage. I mean, that could be good against certain bosses, but other than that, and I wouldn't know going into the boss battle what bosses are weak to what. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think this is fucking worth it. Maybe to get Magiwall. I don't think it's worth putting you as a Red Mage or a Mystic Knight right now, Bartz. Maybe I should just stick with the Warrior for you. Berserker, maybe? It wouldn't be bad having Berserk in my back pocket. Berserker on top of being able to cast Berserk on myself on top of dual-handed. I don't even know if a summoner is really worth it in this game. What is this? What are all the summoners? Man, I'm gonna spend like the rest of this episode just fucking looking through shit here. But it's important. And it's fun. I mean, I enjoy like all the strategic play here and like really having to choose what you want to do here. Like sometimes when it comes to really having to be careful with your strategy in a video game, I don't like it. It can be a chore. It can be a chore, and I can get bored and aggravated messing with it. But a game like this, with like I enjoy this system. Mine like Final Fantasies 5 through 9, even 5 through 10. Like I really enjoy the systems they have. I really love getting balls deep into really messing with all their different systems. Like they're real engaging to me. And then, you know, 10 kind of starts the sphere grid. Well, 10 has a sphere grid, but really the sphere grid is kind of a take on a shit. What's it called? The name escapes me. God, I hate it when this happens. Holy shit. Like, every game has something like a sphere grid after Final Fantasy X. It really seems like every main line game has some sort of grid 10 on. And the best one is in Final Fantasy X. And really after Final Fantasy X, they're not really engaging anymore. Other games have grids too. Ability grid? Ability? I don't really like grids for the most part. Like FF10 is really the only game I've played that's really given me one I've really enjoyed using. I think of the Kingdom Hearts series. Like the Kingdom Hearts series has had grids before, like Recoded and Dream Drop Distance with the Dream Eaters. They all have their own little grids. I don't know. It's never as engaging to me. It's never really engaging to me. FF10's really the only exception. Like Final Fantasy 12 had the licenses boards. Well, I guess yeah, the original game had the licenses boards, and then the Zodiac Age obviously changed it up. It had like the Zodiac boards, and that really made 12 have more of like a job system. Thirteen just had a very, I guess very fittingly, 13 just had like a very linear, kind of pointless grid with the Crystallium. 15, like each of the characters had their own grids. I don't know, a lot of them just kind of become, you fight enemies and along with gaining experience, you gain ability points like you do in this game. And then you just use those ability points to kind of choose where you want to go on a grid. And people like that. It kind of gives them the feeling of they choose how they want their character to grow. And that is true. I don't know, it's just never really been engaging to me, and it just feels kind of like a chore. And with the exception of 10, and even like 10 kind of has a pretty, for the most part, linear one in the beginning, but later on you get like certain spheres for that grid that let you jump around and stuff, and that makes it real interesting. But anyway, I've gotten sidetracked long enough. Kind of want to look at the Blue Mage again. Check. Didn't the White Mage already have a spell like that though? So like Check is just Libra, but the White Mage has Libra. But I guess if I use Check with the Blue Mage, I save a little bit of MP. That was really not worth learning. But then also learning enemies' characteristic attacks as blue magic. So that just makes me be able to learn blue magic. I guess I need that if I'm not the blue mage. But then it's separate. Like, so I can only have, if I'm not a blue mage, if I'm a different job, I can have learning, which lets me learn blue magic. But I won't be able, if I have learning equipped, I won't be able to use the blue magic. But if I swap it out with blue to be able to use the blue magic spells, I've learned, if I'm a different job, I have blue equipped, I can use blue magic spells then, but I won't be able to learn any new ones. And then the fourth and last one for blue mage is something called View in this PS1 version that says, in addition to Check, also examines current status. Like, what do you mean examines current status? Like, if it's poison, it'll tell me it's poison? I had to wait till level 4, max out my blue mage to get that? Like, I'm really feeling like blue mage is just not fucking worth it. Like, I want to like blue mage. I think blue mage is cool. Like, I just think the ability to learn the enemy's attacks that they use on you and use them Use them yourself is cool. I just feel like it's just not worth using. It's just not worth fucking with. You could probably make that argument with all the Final Fantasy games, honestly. But some games do use it better than others. It's just... my experience with using the Blue Mage, because when I first played this game, I did fuck with the Blue Mage. I was excited to fuck with it. But I remember it not really being too great. And I just think the abilities you get with it are not worth it. You get 4 abilities. Something you can use with Libra. I guess, you know, I'm really not 100% sure what it means by also view the enemy status, but I guess, like, if it's poison, maybe? You can see if it's poison. If it's asleep, you can see it. I don't know. I don't know what that means. View its status. And that's what you gotta max out Blue Mage to get that. And then the other two is just to be able to use Blue Magic with other jobs. And to be able to learn Blue Magic with other jobs. And if you're a different job, you can't have two at the same time. You can either learn them or use what you learn, but not at the same time. And there's just other jobs that I think just need to take priority. I want to check the Summoner as well. I guess at this point it's the only thing I haven't checked. Yeah, just be able... I don't even know if summon's worth... Like... Summoning is nice and all, but I have to spend all this effort into leveling up the Summoner to be able to do all these summons. And the last, you know, the 6th and last ability to learn with Summoner is Call, which randomly calls one summoned beast without using MP. I don't know, because I just feel like it's not like I use summons too often. It could, I don't know, it could be something I use with the White Mage, so she has something to attack with if I want to do that, but I have a feeling I'm like I arguably should make Ferris a White Mage at some point to try and fucking have 2 healers, because I fucking might need 2 healers. I fucking very much might need 2 healers. I just don't know that, you know. I don't know. Maybe I should make, you know, if I make Ferris a White Mage at some point, maybe I should make Lena a Summoner, so she has a way to attack as well. And it's just something, at least it'll be something different than the Black Mage. A Bahamut Mega Flare could be very useful from time to time. We'll see. But as for Bards, I guess I'm just gonna let him stick with the Knight for now. I mean, well, shit, maybe I'll fucking have him be a monk. I'm just not really fucking loving the abilities to learn from Mystic Knight and White Mage. I mean Mystic Mage and Red Mage. Red Magic. Perform level 3 or lower white or black magic. White and black magic spells go all the way up to 6. And a red mage can only learn black and white spells up to 3. So like, why the fuck would I want to do that? But the last ability to get, which lets me cast magic twice consecutively, like that could be useful for sure. But I think that'd be more useful for my white and black mages that can use level 6 spells. So I just don't see any point of making you the red mage, Bartz. Stay at night for now. Let's get the abilities to equip a sword, shield, or armor with any other job, because that could be useful. It could be. I mean, that'd be real useful for mages, honestly. Like be able to have mages wear any armor, really increase their defense. If you got them in the back row, though, that helps. But even if they can be in the back row and have big armor, oh yeah, they'd be in good shape. Maybe I should just go ahead and go with the Berserker here. I mean, I think I should make Bartz a monk. Honestly. But first, let's do Berserker. I just feel like the monk has some really good abilities, and to combine them with my knight, like I would think I'd be able to. Like be able to use Thor as a knight. And then yeah, I would get Bare Fist and Chakra next. I don't know how useful. Bare Fist wouldn't be very useful for Bartz, I don't think, but Chakra, that could have its purposes. And counter could be good. It's all just stuff, you you can only pick one. If I'm not the monk anymore for Bartz, and I'm a different job, I can only pick, out of all the abilities I learned throughout the game, I can only pick one. I think it would be, I remember kind of going back and forth with this when I was first playing this game, almost 4 years ago. But I think I kind of wish this game did let you take two. You could equip two abilities that you get from other jobs to your current job. Because to learn all these abilities and only be able to pick one, man, kind of blows. I didn't double his attack, but does that might only work with swords. I think that might only work with swords. Swords or katanas or axes. Yeah. Well. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Damn, really felt like I just spent the second half of this episode doing nothing and yapping, but I'm strategizing. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. Where I want to go with my setups and my characters and my skills and abilities, and you know how it is. But that'll end this one, and until next time.